One is an idiot, it might be both of them. Shut up, dude.
Didn't expect that to be quite that loud.
That was hot. How you doing, man?
I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm good, bro. How are you?
Yeah, good. How's your Thursday treating you?
That's okay. I mean, I'm lying. It hasn't been that good.
Nah.
I had, how do I put this delicately? Brown rain.
Oh, is this stomach butthole related?
Something like that, bro. Yeah.
Did you eat something shitty?
No, I think I just had a stomach bug or whatever. I've just been shit. I've been all right. I'm 80%. It's good enough. Not perfect, bro.
I've been working in the rain, so still shit. But
Yeah.
What do you reckon caused it? What do you reckon it came from?
Everybody's a bit sick around here, I reckon, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah, something in the ether.
Sounds like an Alice in Wonderland quote. We're all a little bit
We're
sick
all a
here.
bit sick.
Sounds like something you'd have on a fucking bumper sticker on a 2001 Honda. We're all a bit sick here.
I wish I had a 2001 Honda.
or a Mazda with horns and a tail.
Oh, no.
Oh, those are great.
Yeah.
Fuck, I almost said something I wasn't proud of the other day when I saw a Holden with a Chevy badge on it, and I almost said gamer words.
Well, I knew enough about cars to see a Chevy badge on a Holden and go, oh, that's
It's
incorrect.
cute. It's cute, is what it is.
Because I'd see that and
Yeah.
go, oh, it's a Chevy.
What about guitars? Like, what if a guy had a Squire and he rubbed off the Squire thing and he put a Fender sticker on it?
Yeah, I still wouldn't know. I thought you were about to say Gibson.
Ah,
Yeah, nah, see, Fender Squire, I'd have no idea,
Well,
man.
yeah, I mean, Gibson might be a better comparison.
Yeah.
You
If
could
you
be right.
You know how you can buy Gibsons, but you can buy Epiphones?
Yeah, Gibson Epiphone. Fender
So
Squire's
if you
the
rubbed
same,
off,
mate.
yeah, if you rubbed off Epiphone and put
Yeah.
Gibson,
Yeah.
that's the same deal as what he was saying about the car.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Love
So
that.
hello, Dan Boreman.
Hello, how you doing?
We're not too bad.
You well, Jared?
I'm very well now. Like I said, working in the rain can be tedious. Like it's like getting tattooed. You get a tattoo and you just have to be like, yeah, it sucks.
Yeah, this is happening to me
This is
now.
happening to me now. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you can get past that, it's fine. Like it's like a top 2 inches of your head sort of game. If you can get around that, it's going to suck.
Do you
Yeah.
prefer working outside to having a job inside? Are you glad you're outdoors?
Yeah, I definitely do. It is cool though. Like you get best of both worlds. Like I'm outside carrying shit and having to do all that stuff. But then other times I switch to like just straight retail. So it's kind of cool being able to. As soon as you're sick of one, the other one will kick in. So you're not doing the same thing all the time.
What's your favorite, like, if a customer comes in and wants to order something, when
Yep.
you like, hell yeah, like, what lights a fire for you? What do you fuck with in the retail industry?
Oh, being able to call out boomers on dumb shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, there's no monetary value, no sales number, no KPI that will.
No, you're just a born
nothing
terrorist.
will motivate me as
So it's
much
not a
as-
product that excites you, it's shutting down boomers.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you
Feeds
have
off their orgone energy when he
Something-
embarrasses them.
something like that. Like I had a guy him and his daughter were picking out these links of timber that are inside the shed. They're 5.4 meters long. And this guy pulls one out and he starts walking with it. And I said, sir, if you go that way, you're going to get stuck. And he's like, oh, yeah. And he just keeps going. So I pulled them out and I told his daughter, hey, we're going to go out this way. And we went out sweet. And I go and look in. And this fella's stuck. Like the piece of wood's all on this angle. He's lost control. You know, it's stuck in this bracket. And I just looked at it. I was like, now, are we stuck, sir? He said, yeah. So I told you to go the other way, eh? But you went this way. He said, yeah. So who's a banana? And this fucking
I'm a banana,
55-year-old man in front of his daughter had to be like, I'm a banana. I was like, now come on, let me help. Yeah.
Dude.
Yeah.
You film that and put that in the cuckold section of Pornhub.
Pretty much, bro. A lot of the shit I do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dudes come in with their missus and they're like, hey, babe, we want 3 bags of concrete. And she's like, don't we need 4? And the guy is like, like she knows, eh, dude? And I'm like, okay, bro.
And then he has to come back
And then
later.
it's like an hour later, I'm like, well.
Bro's about to build half a retaining wall.
Bro, you're going to have to watch the Kardashians tonight, eh? Because she was right. And this dude's just like, fuck, bro, I'm so pissed off. I'm like, why would... You obviously aren't a fucking builder, contractor, DIY sort of guy. You don't need to flex that muscle in front of the girl if you don't have it.
yeah.
'Cause it
You
must-
definitely don't need to do it at the timber yard, bro.
Yeah. It's pretty interesting.
You know, he got home and like diluted that concrete to prove a point. He's like, nah, this is enough. And he's just building a sloppy fucking wall out front of his house.
Pours it in out of a jug.
Yeah. Homer Simpson barbecue out back. Just
fuck. That's a great... That episode's one of my favorites because of the scream. When it's like, is your father done making the barbecue? And Bart's like, I don't know, I'll check. And you just hear like... as he charges the umbrella into it.
It's such good comedy. It's such good writing. Peak Simpsons is nothing better.
Oh, bro.
So clever.
Like, South Park manages to shoves whatever it is they think down your throat, and it's funny. But Simpsons is like, as you get older, it gets funnier. Yeah, like...
Yeah, you relate to the adults, right? When you're a kid, you're relating to the kids.
Bro, have you seen when Sideshow Bob wants to be mayor?
I can't remember. I would have.
There's the guy on the radio who's meant to be like a Fox analyst he's a Republican news reporter, and he says that the mayor Joe Quimby is a womanizing, pot-growing philanthropist, and it cuts to Joe Quimby in his office with his wardrobe open, watering dope plants, and he's like, I am not a philanthropist. I remember watching that as a kid and being like, And then I watched it like when I was 22, I think it was just casual as high watching Simpsons, and that happened.
Yeah.
Fuck, I laughed for 3 days, realizing
brilliant.
like I've known this joke for so long and it only now clicks.
Yeah.
Like,
That's great writing.
yeah. So you do what?
I do stand-up comedy. So last time we caught up, I just done one show. And I thought I was the man.
Hell yeah.
And I was like, oh,
riding that high of that
pro.
first one.
Yeah.
When
Hell yeah.
If you can't act like the man, then when can you? Hey.
Yeah. No, it's funny. It's that paradox. Like when I done the first 10 spots I'd done, like genuinely my first paid show was like my 9th one on a Friday night in town. I was like mean, like semi-pro, pro, like that's sort of my thing. And now it's been 3 years and I've done like many spots, and I'm like, I'm comfortable like calling myself an amateur. Like I've earned amateur now. Yeah. You know,
That's cool, bro.
And I think it's that inverse thing that happens.
Because didn't you hit like an insane number in 1 year?
Yeah, I did. Last year I aimed for 100 spots, and I did, I think, 100 and 115, 120 spots.
Nice.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then this year, try and do more than that. Like quality, quantity, you can't just go out and perform for the sake of it, and then you need to be getting laughs.
Oh,
but,
yeah.
And you're working out though, man. Like I think just doing something a lot makes you better.
Yeah.
Sounds like you booked something killer as well. I don't know if it's,
We're pushing this.
Yeah, I'm doing
don't need to.
Comedy Fest in May. My first spot in the NZ International Comedy Fest with Best Foods Mayo, 21st to 25th of May. Yeah,
That's brilliant, eh?
yeah, that's in town.
Talk about cross-cultural.
Yeah, I like that ad. It makes it sound like you'll have mayonnaise on stage with you.
Oh, probably, man. That you get free tubs and all sorts. I think there's a photo like that'll be doing the rounds on social of me, like in the mayonnaise throne up at their office. That's good fun. It's like peak Caucasian sat in the mayonnaise throne. So good, man.
It's like you didn't even know that was an option, eh?
A mayonnaise throne,
Yeah.
or peak Caucasian.
Both.
Yeah.
You put them both on the same thing, though.
Bro, that's when
Bringing a
you
lot of
like
perspective.
graduate being a pakiha. You get a hand-signed letter from David Seymour, and you just get like that's when you just
yeah, and they let you sit on the mayo throne.
Yes, sit on the mayo
You get your
throne.
photo.
He's rushing into all his Treaty of Waitangi shit, and he hasn't made he hasn't brought pseudoephedrine back. It's fucking bullshit.
Oh, the amount of things, like, I don't know if you've listened much to the podcast, but I make a distinct point of, fuck, I hate that guy. There's something about him that arcs me up, bro.
I sat in front of him on a flight 2 weeks ago. I sat like the row in front of him, and he's got a is a weird sentence. He's got a real trippy aura, I would say. He's just a trippy dude.
Trippy aura.
The energy of the man.
I would have bet significant amounts of money you would have said anything other than a trippy aura.
He's so magically self-aware and not at the same time.
Yeah.
And because you picture in the grin when anyone says David Seymour, you know, like the smile and the eyes and the cheeks and everything.
Right.
And in person, it's just like I just wanted to reach out and like just grab his face and see if it was a real.
I think Jared feels the
plasticine,
same
man.
way.
It was crazy.
Just way harder.
Yeah. Imagine it's one of those intrusive thoughts. You imagine doing that on a flight. You're sat there, you're at altitude, everyone's calm,
And
turbulence is gone. I just grabbed David Seymour's
Just 6-year-old at though, like you just like turn up on your seat on your knees and like and just perch up on the seat looking at them.
Yeah.
I think you'd...
There's no law against just looking weirdly
Yeah,
at him.
yeah.
There's no policy for what the flight attendants do. They're looking through their handbook like, well, he's not breaking the law.
Yeah.
No, you have a dildo. You're not going to throw it, but you just kind of wiggle it a little bit. Give him the old Stephen Joyce.
Yeah. Nah, there's something about Seymour though. Like, I think it was the Woman's Day article years ago where he's like, I'd give it all up for love. Well, it's like,
There's got to be one.
That means though that you would like give it all up for money too, like your ethics and shit. Like,
Yeah, probably.
If you give up your career for love, you'll give up fucking principles
especially
for
a career
money.
in politics. Like, don't these guys shit on career politicians all the time? Like, oh, he's a career politician. Like, isn't that like a big fucking gripe for them?
First time you said that, I was thinking of the country. I'm going to be straight up and down.
Career politicians.
I'm thinking I'm unqualified to comment on politics and career. It's not fucking dumb. That's where my brain is.
Just
I'm
sitting
thinking,
there being like,
shit.
wow, this podcast is way different to what I thought.
Yeah, we're like, man, we're chatting like diarrhea, mayonnaise, and now career. We're at like the 15-minute mark. That's crazy. I genuinely thought you said career politicians.
Yeah.
Well,
North. No.
Hector.
And sorry, just to come back to your stand-up stuff. With you're doing the best foods.
Yeah, bro.
thing.
Comedy Fest.
Yeah. Now, I'm pretty sure we're sweet, but don't you have another awesome as huge thing coming up comedy-wise?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, 100%.
We can talk about that,
Yeah,
right?
100%.
Oh,
yeah,
sick,
because it's all on social.
Dude, it's pretty fucking impressive, man. Like,
Yeah, man.
We're just talking about another friend who's like put the fucking hours in on stuff and is starting to see results.
yeah, you'd love
And
to
how
see it.
and how there's people who are like, oh, why is that a thing? And it's like, because they're doing like
'Cause they're
10,000
working their ass off,
hours.
bro. He's doing
They're-
115 shows a year.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
why, bro.
Yeah, and that's
Yeah.
what's cool, man, is then when this level up happens, and like what you've got coming. So if you want
Yeah,
to
100%.
tell us what's coming up.
Yeah, and to that point as well, like it's a matter of relativity. It's a trippy thing because like all my mates in comedy, you know, they'll be doing 150 spots in a year, and I'm like, you know, 115 is cool, but it's like you want to do more, don't you? There's always people putting in the mahi harder than you are, doing more work, and it's like
bro.
you always can never be hungry enough. But so Edinburgh Fringe in August, going over there. So
That's such a huge deal, bro.
Yeah,
That's
I
great.
mean,
Congratulations.
yeah,
Honestly,
cheers.
that's amazing.
So yes and no, right? Because I don't want to blow my trumpet that not anyone can do this. It's like, well, it's like an open access festival. So it's just.
No, it's mean, bro. It's awesome.
Okay,
man.
it's
I'll
mean.
just interrupt you and
Yeah.
cut you off. It's
Yeah,
fucking
right.
awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Fucking
Nah.
well done. You've worked your ass off
Yeah,
and gone, hey, I'm pretty sure now that I've worked this hard, I can work this hard. That's what's cool. It's
Yeah,
like
right.
what I used to say when you start playing guitar or music and shit, you're like climbing up this mountain and then you get to the top of the mountain and you're like, oh, ratchet, these are stairs.
Yeah.
Oh,
like-
dude. Yeah, man.
This
absolutely.
just goes on.
Yeah, bro.
100%.
Yeah, the first time you do it, though, it's like a mountain, and it's
Yeah.
arduous, and it
Yeah.
hurts, and you lose shit, and you get to the
Yeah.
top, and you're like,
I
shit on the
basically
base
crushed
camp.
this. Oh,
I
no.
crushed. Yeah. And then you look at your friend who you thought was mean, and he's like one stair up, being like, "Told you."
Yeah.
That's what's cool though. As you get, you must work that as you get stronger, you work out how to like parkour off the side and get up the stairs quicker and shit. But I think it's an awesome thing, man, and you should be really, really stoked because people who have known you for ages are proud as fuck of you, man, and I'm one of them. It's really cool.
I appreciate that, man. Yeah,
Yeah.
That thing you talk about is trippy about the perspective and that. It's like you go a couple rungs up on the ladder and then you get a few steps up on a ladder and it's like you get a clearer, broader view, right? And you look what's out there and you're like, okay, this is, you know, what success looks like in the timeline of that. Like it's a 7 to 10 year process is accepted. They say becoming a successful stand-up comic takes as long or longer than becoming a brain surgeon because a brain surgeon doesn't take 10, 11 years. Or fuck, maybe they do. I'm not a brain surgeon, 8, 9 years or whatever.
They have a manual in schools and stuff, bro.
Oh, 100%.
So stand-ups
Yeah.
don't have none of that.
They have like other brain surgeons being like, no.
Yeah.
This,
yeah,
that,
yeah.
this,
They have
that.
a guy doing brain surgery with them, like maybe
Yeah.
a couple guys.
They don't have to hang out in a bar every night drinking a lemonade.
While
and-
sober.
Yeah, sober.
And like, because I don't know, like I'm maybe I'm just the ones I like, but a lot of comedians I like are fucking animals. Like
Yeah.
monsters when it comes to drinking and drugs and shit.
I'd
So
say, yeah.
to stand there and pull off what you've done, it's like
Just raw dog it.
that's raw dog and reality in a way that I'm not prepared to. Like
I think the correlation there, it's like you think of artists and comedians and that who are hard into gear and drinking and all the rest. I think the correlation's like, I remember this from music school 12 years ago. It's like, just artists having, I don't know how you'd articulate it, just mentally a bit fucking different, right?
Yeah,
and self-medicating through whatever means, whether that's running marathons or putting something up your nose before a show or however you go about it. That's every comedian I've met has a tickle of something.
Of course.
And there's that beautiful irony that, all these people with crippling anxiety are like, I know how to get over this. I'm going to talk to people. I'm not only going to talk to them, but under the principle that I'm only up there to make them laugh. Because going up and talking to a PowerPoint, that's cool. They'll read what's on there and you fuck off.
Yeah.
But if you're up on stage and there's a minute or two of silence while you're up there, no laughs, it's like, get out of here, bro. You have to be up there to be funny. And you get the most nervous, often introverted individuals. They're like, this is my career choice.
I just think like you're sober and you have to do stand-up in Wellington. I'm like, you can just shoot me now. Like, I can't do that. Stand on stage, unhappy, like going for a run, sore, just want to go home, but you got 3 minutes to get through. I just be like, I'm gonna say something wrong. Like I don't have the control. Like that's what I mean. That's a pretty fucking huge thing. Even like, hey, I'm not gonna go get fucked up. I drink light beer or I drink 0 beers or something, and like that, having some way to navigate that tickle you were talking about. Yeah. To just straight raw dog it is fucking impressive.
Yeah, just take life in the face.
Just like, hey,
and then do stand up as well. Like,
next up, you should play lead guitar and not take drugs. Like, go do that.
Yeah. No, it's
because that would be mental too. I'm real impressed by how you did it. Like when we caught up on Facebook and I said about catching up for a beer and you were like, no, and explained it. I'm like, how the fuck you hang out at a bar that much? Like, that just gets me the most.
Well, it's a trippy thing as well, man. When you're...
I'm actually going to get a beer right now.
when you're out drinking or you're high or whatever, there's this... You almost have this assumption that everyone else around you's on the same buzz, right? You've had several beers and you'll bump into someone in town and you're like, how you doing? And you think everyone's kind of on their buzz. On the flip side of things, when you're sober and you're just straight and you're not drinking, you just kind of assume everyone around you's sober, right? So I've been on nights out. My mates have been fucking blasted and come up to me and been like, bro, I fucking love you, man. I'm like, that's the nicest thing anyone's ever said.
How
that's
interesting.
So nice of you. That's so crazy. And they're like, bro, I fucking love you, man. You're my favorite person. Never forget that. I'm like, bro, that's such a kind thing to say on a Tuesday. And it's like, oh, no, they're blasted.
Yeah. You said you'd been sober for, 10, 12...
13 I haven't ended a drop of anything for over a decade now.
So you did
but you're a young man.
You did your 20s.
Entire 20s just raw dogged it. I was smoking pack of smokes until I was like maybe 22, 23 barbering, and then just cold. The last pack of smokes, this is how much I edge myself. This is how I get my kicks. I've still got the pack of Marlboro Reds in my top drawer.
Oh, shit.
And sometimes if I get a craving, I just kind of I just edge the monkey on my back and I'll grab one out the pack and put it in my mouth.
That's insane.
Yum, 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 put it back in and then just fucking, and just sit in that feeling and just get more powerful. Just feel myself.
See, we've got deep here onto that other side. Oh my.
Your
audio's just going weird.
I don't know. Mine sounds good.
No, mine's just a bit weird. I think we're okay.
You got it?
1, 2, all good?
Yeah.
I got a little bit of news I'd love to talk about.
Yeah, this has just been quite interesting.
It is interesting. Yeah. I agree.
What's your news?
Bro, the Amazon supermarkets in the US, so they own Whole Foods and stuff, but they've got their own Amazon supermarkets, and they have a fully automated just walk out system, right? Yeah. Which means that there's no cashiers in the shop. So that's a sophisticated network of cameras and stuff that can see what you pick up and knows what you walk out with. And
bro, we've been doing that in Marston and Bacon for fucking years.
Bro. They charge it to your Amazon account or however the fuck that works. Anyways, it's fully automated, right? Not so much Turns out it's 1,000 guys in India manually watching TVs. 70% of the transactions that go through those supermarkets are manually reviewed by someone.
So
in
AI
India.
is just the
Literally
dude's initials.
Unbelievable. Yeah.
Yeah, we use AI. It's fucking a hard recruitment process. You've got to find all these guys called Aaron. Jesus.
Fuck, that's what.
They reckon 70% of the transactions have to be manually reviewed. So, and there's over 1,000 guys. So, so they just, it's what I've been talking about with AI all along, bro. They're just going to start using it and the world will get worse. They're like, this is cheaper. Let's start using it and it will just all fuck out. And here's just one little example of it happening. And you know who wins? Amazon still fucking wins.
Bezos.
They can pay guys in India 1/10 of what it costs them for American cashiers or a functional fucking AI.
You know, there's some fucking middle-class dude walking out with his kombucha going, oh, wow, isn't this great? Meanwhile, some dude's just pulled an 18-hour day.
No, it's better. That guy's walking out with his kombucha being like, oh my God, this is so great. Are you still and using it as a virtue signal that I'm so much better than you? Yeah. Look at you with your Coke, you capitalist pig.
I wonder if there's more staff involved in not having staff than having staff. I wonder if it actually takes more
if it's
people.
a snake eating its own tail.
I think they, I think it was like, they only have like 40 supermarkets. So that might be more cashiers than there
because I went to Aldi in fucking Byron Bay a couple of weeks ago. There was 2 people working there.
Yeah.
And that was enough. And then a few self-checkouts.
Yeah.
But this sounds like they've got a whole army of people.
For the price of that in Aussie dollars, you could get 200 Indian guys.
What, so if you go in there and don't have an Amazon account, you can't access the shit?
You can't, I believe that's the case. Yeah.
Okay, so there's because I was just thinking like, wait a minute, open store, like people just walk in and grab it. Well, there's got to be some sort of thing.
There's got to be, but I don't know. I don't know. All I know is that it's like a cartoon where you press the buttons on the machine and then little guys in the machine go, oh shit, grab the thing. Yeah.
Oh, bro, as soon as they work out how to shrink people, that will be what happens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Know how many Indians that could fit in this bad boy?
yeah, that will be it.
Slaps roof of Amazon.
That's exactly it, mate.
That's hectic. That's cool. Well, have either you heard of the store Uniqlo?
No.
Uniqlo is I believe they're Japanese-based retailer, and they're like, I guess like a real nice Kmart for clothes. Like, well, most of my t-shirts they're like $20 each, and just real nice cotton Japanese shirts. And they've got stores, heaps in Oz, none here, heaps in Japan. And their checkouts, their self-checkouts, you put the stuff just in the basket, and you don't scan it, and it somehow just knows what's on there.
1,000 Indians.
Do you reckon that would
Japan though? Nah, Japan's probably magic.
Yeah.
And that's just science I don't understand.
But not only magic, but magic that they made in the 80s and didn't need to perfect since, because so much of the infrastructure.
You can put RFID tags in every single thing if you've got if you've got the goods to manufacture them and put them everywhere.
My partner recently went to Japan, and all of her stories, it just sounds like the Jetsons or the future. Like it's just how fucking far ahead of them are they from everyone else?
Goes over there. Oh my god, the buses are on time. This is fucking crazy,
dude. But even like
they give you a note for your employer if the train's more than 90 seconds late or something, right?
Yeah. Like it's
this is a picture of their David Seymour. Here you go with his autograph.
That's fucking cool.
And you get your fucking Japanese mayo thrown.
He's just him on a Japanese Women's Day. Like, I give it all up for Ralph. Well, I'm never doing Saturday Night Live.
Yeah. That's what they call lazy racism.
Nah, I think it's more funny because I found out that most ACT spent more money than anybody else in the election advertising shit.
I think it might not have. It depends how you measure it.
I was just waiting for him to correct me about National. It's really funny. But
no, ACT spent more than
most of.
You measure it like per seat.
But most
they got
of
in Parliament,
ACT stuff was in Chinese newspapers in Auckland.
Yeah,
and
it's trippy how that works.
It's trippy how that works.
He's a trippy guy, I hear.
Yeah.
I worked for a ride.
Trippy aura.
Yeah, real trippy aura, bro. What does that even mean? Don't go dropping Gen Z slang on me.
Don't you bring that shit up. Fuck, bro. I'll tell you this. I got 2 fucking funny little parts here. The first one is, he messaged and said, I'll probably peel off. I'll peel around here at this time. And I had to message him and be like, peel means leave, right? And he's like, yeah, bro. Dip, bounce. leave. Yeah.
Says the guy calling people fucking bananas at a Mitre 10 doesn't know what
I'm
peel
so
means.
old. I'm so old. I don't quite get this. And he goes, I don't like the Gen Z slang either. I wore double denim the other day, and someone said I had a powerful aura. It was beautiful. I had to sit at work and laugh, and someone's like, "What are you laughing at?" I'm like, "Nothing." I can't really tell this.
Dude, if you explained it to them, they'd be fucking dumber. As a result, they just feel that IQ leaving their body.
You watch that forehead just come out a little. Yeah.
Pineal gland crust over.
Brilliant.
Just fucking heals after reading my messages.
It was so funny. Yeah, but then the next couple of messages, he kept putting in more of the little colloquialisms that I don't know.
Microdosing.
Yeah, microdosing
Just
me
chuck
on.
it
You
in
ain't
there.
never heard of microdosing, Elvis.
Micro? No.
No.
No, I haven't microdosed. It's just
I've never seen you microdose.
a little bit every day.
I've seen you dose.
What about just dosing every
Yeah,
day? That'd
seen
be
that.
sweet. You got more news?
I might have more news. There's something that you linked to me about chemtrails
Being
in the
banned
United States.
in America?
In the state of Tennessee.
Chin fucking chemtrails on this
Bro.
podcast.
So they didn't. It's like bullshit
This
turtles
is why
all
I
the
sent
way
it
down,
to,
bro.
This is why I sent it to him, because you can watch the pain in his face as he's had to work out what this is.
It's bullshit turtles all the way down. Okay, so even at the start, it's clickbait because it goes Tennessee gubernatorial whatever bans chemtrails despite chemtrails not existing. You're already trying to fire up the boys when you do that.
Yeah, bro.
I mean, chemtrails exist, right? Not like a jet contrail, but you can like seed clouds with salt and silver iodide and stuff, right?
Yeah, bro.
Like you can totally spray shit out the back of the plane to change what's happening in the atmosphere.
Yeah, but they're not doing it to passenger jets
So they didn't name
in order to brainwash America.
Okay. All right. Let's picture that this is all right. Who do they think is currently doing it? That these Tennessee lawmakers, who is currently doing chemtrails?
We don't know.
Someone who would listen if they passed a law that said you're not allowed to do chemtrails? It's fucking retarded.
You're like, oh man.
Yeah.
Okay. We're not allowed now. Let's go get the things out.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. It's just, I don't know. It's if it's real, like the chemtrail shit is that they spray mind controlling chemicals out of the back of planes.
It doesn't say anything about that.
No, the chemtrail conspiracy tinfoil hat guys.
Okay, but that's not the Tennessee governor.
No, that's what I'm saying to you. Is that the original? Hey, do you know the problem with the chemtrails is that they have mind-controlling chemicals and they make you more subordinate to your government and stuff.
Yeah.
That's the chemtrail gripe. That's the main problem.
I think the issue is they're incredibly partisan over there, even more than here. And the Biden-Harris regime said that they sponsored like a feasibility study to see about what kind of shit you could spray into the atmosphere to increase cloud cover to stop the sun warming the planet so much.
Yep.
Right? I mean, it's big ideas. It's a kind of a bit crazy.
It's the Matrix.
They've said publicly they're not going to do it. They're like, yeah, we thought about it. We're thinking about lots of stuff that our grandchildren won't have anywhere to live. We're thinking about things. But they said they're not doing it. But that's what I think this is. It's just like knee-jerk, reflect, like Biden's trying to do what? Climate change ain't even real. Make it a law.
Bro, in 2 years, there will be a law in an American state that's like, has anybody heard about this 4chan? We should get rid of it.
Yeah.
That's how this feels.
Yeah.
Like you're addressing something so ancient, and the original fucking thing was mind control. Like it's as funny. Like the same people that think chemtrails are real, the mind controlly ones.
Yeah.
Reckon fluoride's real, and they calcify your pineal gland. Ooh, throwback. Yeah.
Ooh.
But this is very funny. I linked it to you just because I knew it would fuck you off.
I can never tell with you. Like, does he believe this shit? What the hell's going on?
I believe nothing and everything.
Yeah, I suppose.
In that vein of, you talk about the idea that it's kind of like, who's that rule for? Like,
Yeah.
who are they saying that for? Because
Yeah.
people, if it exists. In that same vein, I've always wondered that you ever see a truck coming towards you and it's got a sign that says wide load on the front, and there's a massive fucking house on the back.
Yeah, bro.
It's like, Oh, yeah, cheers for telling me. I didn't see the 3-story fucking villa bouncing around on the back. I don't understand why they've got to spell that out, that there's a wide load on it. It's like, no, I saw the house. I saw a neighborhood in the distance and just one house getting bigger.
Yeah. Yeah, bro. People love signs, though, man. What's up? You want to have a break? Yeah, we can.
We were somewhere around Barstow on the edge of the desert when the drugs began to take hold. I remember saying something like, "I feel a bit lightheaded, maybe you should drive." Suddenly, there was a terrible roar all around us, and the sky was full of what looked like huge bats, all swooping and screeching and diving around.
Like a nightmare I had when I was 7.
About 100 miles an hour with the tops down to Las Vegas.
It's like a nightmare I'm going to have tonight at 30.
Holy Jesus, what are these goddamn animals? Then it was quiet again. Percy had taken his shirt off and was pouring beer on his chest to facilitate the tanning process.
Now, there's absolutely no need to subject you to more of that, but...
I was in Liverpool last February. I'd say that's pretty accurate.
Nice. That's good. I'll take
not,
that.
Not the accent, just the what happened.
Oh. Okay, well, fuck you.
The night out.
Nah.
No, that was a solid accent. That's hectic, man. That is a crazy party. If you got me to name 100 things I think you could do... I'd be fucking dolphin trainer. I'd be,
Yeah.
I wouldn't have picked that.
I'm less a man and more a collection of useless talents.
I like the idea that when God made all of us, we just had the option of picking what our thing was going to be, and you just consciously chose that, on a list of all the shit you could do. You're like, I'm just going to be a muso, and one thing left. I want to be able to do the Thomas thing. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah, can I just be secretly Ringo Starr's voice?
It is a lot of fun.
Oh, I bet your young fella thinks you're amazing.
He has no context. Probably thinks everyone's like that.
True.
Yeah. Same as like people with like mad tats and piercings and stuff. And they're like, aren't you worried your baby's going to be scared of you? Like, no, it'll be totally normal to him.
Do you reckon, what if whenever you disciplined him or told him off, you only did it in that accent, and then as he grows up, you've accidentally Pavloved him. One day he goes to Liverpool and he's frightened and he doesn't know why.
Or he just fucking hates the Beatles. Just somehow.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't want to...
It's probably anyone born
It's hard to stay
2000.
in character when you're genuinely mad. Like,
yeah.
ow, my balls!
Oh no, my Sunny Down station.
Nah, it was more Paul McCartney.
I wasn't even trying. I'm just thinking of the words. I just had to show you one of Jizzy's stingers. They're
great.
Fucking incredible.
I'm pretty fucking amazing.
What I love about this is when people ask how the evening went, they're going to think I'm lying about what we're chatting about. Because I get, how's the podcast? Oh, yeah, there's diarrhea and chemtrails and David Seymour.
We can't stop here. This is backcountry.
And they'll be like, no, how was it really? Oh, no, that was what
I think pointless accents might be my thing. I got a favourite one from Dungeons & Dragons, which is doing the scene from Pulp Fiction, but in a South African accent.
Oh, yes.
The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the iniquities of the selfish, okay? And the tyranny of evil men. Blessed is he who in the name of charity...
I feel like I'm in a locker room in 87.
Yeah, but, I was like, we've already poisoned them. You should be winning.
I hope that it's always
sorry,
okay.
that was 95.
95. Get it right.
Oh, goodness.
Susie.
I hope it's always okay to do the white South African accent. That's never not fun.
Too. Yeah.
I think it's...
Bro,
There's one of my
Leonardo
favourites.
DiCaprio said, that's for breaking my TV, bro. Just so I could run.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did that so we could all do it. It's never not funny.
That's good. That's a good one.
My favorite thing is, and we've talked about this before, is I work with several South Africans and they, how you doing, bro? How you doing, man? And every one of them is like, good and yourself. It's like, that's their
Here's
thing.
something I've noticed about Saffers, and they notice that within themselves.
Saffers?
someone Google that and make sure we can have that. Someone.
We don't have a Google guy. We'll just bleep it.
Don't worry about it.
And if anybody
Pull that up. I refuse to
No.
pull up your fucking racism.
No. We'll totally bleep it. And if anybody messages us, say you said something.
No. Oh my. Dude, I've just Googled it. I think it's not a good thing that I said.
Yeah.
No, it's derogatory. Now you got to censor it.
Derogatory for what? You can't leave the listener hanging like that, man. You got to explain. Derogatory for what?
No.
Or whom?
No, listen. Here's the knife's edge we all live on.
Uh-huh.
Is it so offensive that it's worth bleeping and then forever
My
having
guess it's
everyone
worse,
wonder what one you really used?
How about, this could be a fun game. How about Helvis and I guess what it means?
No, we're not, bro. I've just cracked 4K followers on Insta. I'm not fucking. This isn't how it ends, man. This isn't how it ends. I'm Googling it right now. I feel
Innocent
so
mistake,
bad.
dude.
No,
Anyone could make it.
I think. Oh no.
This is gone.
I'm on our South Africa Reddit. I've never personally heard of any blank
my
being
worst
offended by being.
nightmare.
I fucking.
Happening to someone else.
Oh, dude. You're witnessing the cancellation of a guy who's done like 7 shows.
It'll sound worse.
You're just.
Why, what slur for an African could he possibly
Oh
mean?
no, dude, we got to cut the last 5 fucking minutes, bro. Because you didn't say South African just then. You said African, and we're walking on very different fucking eggshells right now.
we're all doing the fun accent, right? All of us
Dude,
together.
no.
We're all in this together. We're
Dude.
sitting with you. All of us could
Yeah,
get...
it was.
The problem is,
what we just said until you said that, and I was like, oh,
Why are you doing
I was
this?
about to say that a lot of them are facilities managers. I was about to say in property you get a lot of them because they're very precise. That's all I was saying, and now you're like, oh, what word did Dan say?
I didn't say. I didn't even know it was in the derogatory term.
No, neither. So shall we guess what it meant?
I don't know if we did.
Should we move
So,
on to some news?
Aussie shorthand for Australian, and a word which I won't repeat in case it's really bad, I thought was slang for a South African person.
Turns out, not quite.
Well, but this is.
Bro, I think you need to go home and you need to watch Lethal Weapon 3. Remember? The bad
No,
guy's
sir.
got like diplomatic immunity?
Diplomatic community.
Come on.
Okay, they are. I'm reading some.
I'm so
Yeah.
worried about this now. Because
The problem is these articles are from 2013, so you know whatever was
Yo.
bad then in the last 10 years is double bad now.
Double bad, you're right. You're in trouble, man.
Dude.
like I said,
You cut the last 5 minutes. I promise to double down with an even better yarn.
No matter how bad that one is, if we bleep it,
Yeah. Well, it's not an option.
anybody could mean, anyone could take it as you said.
No, dude, I'm not. I feel so bad.
Hey, how did
Shit.
your
Don't.
podcast...
Hey, welcome to the podcast,
Dude,
bro.
how
We're
did your
all friends here.
How did your podcast with Boreman go? Good in yourself?
Oh, yeah. No, dude. The problem is in 2024, you
just double down. Go for it, bro. You're sweet now.
Yeah, come on.
I know there's exactly like there's a 10-second sweet spot of what happened you can chop up and make into a TikTok with my face with the audio playing.
You can't
and
live your
just-
life being scared of those.
Tunnels and
It's just in the name of comedy, man. Like, we're all just having fun. And I know you didn't mean nothing by it.
Oh my god, dude.
We'll put the South Park disclaimer at the front.
Oh, shit.
All celebrities present in this show were done poorly
I got a
by
yarn.
impersonations.
I got a yarn, and if you chop that, I got a yarn for you. Did either of you? You love that I'm doubling down. I'm digging myself
Bro,
into
this
a hole
better
with
be
an even
better than the
bigger
word
shovel.
you said, though. I'm keen. Let's see what's
Dude,
up.
I'm sorry. I can't bleep it. That's what's got me. I genuinely There's nothing.
Look, we could quickly pivot to a news story and just pretend the whole thing never happened, if you like.
We can try and do that, and we'll see how we go.
We can try. My face hurts.
Okay, 7 aid workers were killed in Gaza this week when the IDF mistakenly called the wrong target. These were from, what do you call it? The Worldwide Kitchen or whatever.
Dude, I'm not going to have my name on a podcast with you saying that and you laughing. Now I've got a fucking hinge stage to ask
because
why
it's
I'm
horrible.
late.
He's laughing because it's horrible.
No, I'm laughing because this is what your thing was. Was that
this is
bad?
in my news. This is in my news.
Stop, dude. Bro, I'm gonna call a hands on heads, bro. Hands on heads. He was about to tell us a crazy story.
Yeah.
You were like, but what about the worst thing you've ever fucking heard in 5 days?
What about modern genocide?
Yeah, no.
I didn't use the G word.
I'll turn you down.
That's a stance
I
that
use
you've
the S
taken.
word.
No, I'm really fucking around. I'm sorry.
I think we were delivered enough stuff.
Blackmail now.
Yeah.
We have what mail, Dan Boreman?
Bleep it!
I love that you guys have now.
We've had to bleep our, like, I doxed him. Like, I could have doxed him. I said his name, so. Don't worry, we do have the bleep noise.
That's all good. I'll give you we'll
Let's
yarn for
close
another
out
15.
with the story for you. We are going to have our...
We got tunnel talk, man.
Yeah, we'll do tunnel talk on our own because the bro's got to go.
Yeah,
and it's
sounds
for a
it.
reason.
15
and I
minutes
don't-
would be long
Hands
enough
on
to
heads,
tunnel talk.
clean slate, 15 minutes, let's just chat this. And there's going to be enough that if we remove that entire
Don't
like
worry.
genocide and S word, we'll be
If
good.
you stop bringing up how much you want to remove it, I'll stop wanting to keep it.
I feel the same. I think we'll listen back. It'll be so funny.
Give us the story, bro,
Yeah, bro,
and it
let's
better
hear
be
it.
gold because we've got you. I told you we were going to send it to you.
We had a tradition at my high school, which is testament to how much things can change from being kind of fun and all right to completely ethically not good within the space of 10 years, because I saw it happen from when we did it in 2007 to when there was a Herald article in 2017 about how bad it is. We had a tradition, and let me know if you had this at your schools, where you could bid on a senior to be your personal assistant for the day at the end of the year.
No,
Slave
I
day.
like that.
Yeah, bro, slave auctions.
Yeah, you know how many
Bro, not
people
only-
didn't have that? That didn't have slave
I didn't
auctions
have
at their
nothing.
school?
No, bro. No.
Yeah,
Bro, I
a
went
lot
to... Dude, I totally make you feel better. Low Decile School.
Yeah.
Coedo College. Long tradition of slave auctions.
Yeah, nowhere's doing it anymore, bro. Because we
I
had
bet
them
they
and
are.
called them that, bro. They were raising money. They were raising money for like
For what, Dan?
the difference between
Dude.
the 1 and 3 second pause is like. Bro, we're not doing this, man. You're not fucking stitching me up like that.
It's a podcast.
Clean slate. Chat
that makes
tunnels,
you
then I'm
cool.
gonna fuck off.
No, we're cousins. That's the way you can say it. He identifies as a family member.
Jesus. Okay.
He's not going to help you now.
All right. Hey, welcome back, everyone. We're chatting tunnels with the boys. What's happening now? You guys, kick us off. We're chatting tunnel talk
This
today.
is not how we start tunnel
This is
talk.
not how
No, if you want to hear the start
What's
of
going
tunnel
on, guys?
talk,
You
it looks
smash that
very
like
different
button.
to this.
Show us how we start tunnel
Our
talk.
true fans, like, oh, God, fuck.
Play the tunnel noise.
I'm always kidding.
The tunnel noise? You want to hear the tunnel
I want
noise?
to hear the tunnel noise, and not the fucking Thomas one.
All right, let's hear it.
Where are we going? Which one?
Your call, bro. Dealer's choice. I think something dramatic would be good.
Isn't it awesome?
How about tunnel? Yeah, bro, that one.
Isn't it good?
You
that
drop
it's
that in, and we'll
fucking
see what
named
Dan
that?
thinks of some tunnel talk this week.
This is how we do tunnel talk, mate.
Here's the stinger.
Every once in a while, some fool kid raised on stories of clouds and stars get it in his head to go to the surface. Prisoners of the sky, they
Getting in
call
the
them.
mental zone of tunnel talk. This really helps.
Feels
so
easier
loud.
than the truth.
That's quite loud.
Some
You ever
pray
heard this?
for 'em like candles.
12 years sober.
Scratch
Have you ever not done a drug for a decade and then listened
Not
to
even
this
a couple days.
with headphones on?
I try
I've
to
been
forget
like
'em.
30 days sober, but that's like in a row. No,
I
not
learned
in
a
a row.
long
That's
time ago. There's only one refuge. The tunnels.
Tunnel talk, everyone, with our special guest, Dan.
Shit, I did get the intro wrong. That's hectic.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be evocative. It's supposed to make you think of, like, life in the tunnels, you know?
If I wasn't, I certainly am now.
Do you have any cool tunnel stories? Like, things that you've done in a tunnel, cool tunnels you've visited, like railway tunnels or anything
Railway
like
tunnels. I remember... what was it?
I think it's the tone shift that's getting him.
Dan. I didn't know this was going to happen.
That's all good. Nah, tunnels. I remember. I got cave stories, but that's kind of different ecosystem to tunnels. That's like a natural tunnel.
It's God's tunnel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a reason no one's ever called a cave God's tunnel. I feel like that's a reason you're the first person
like a
to ever say
multiple
that.
entendre kind of reason.
Yeah. No,
Hey,
just
that's
a double.
cool. Yeah.
Just two.
Just a double.
The cave one and then the other one you made us think of. We're all just children in God's tunnel. I don't know if I have any cave stories either. Cave stories, tunnel stories.
So,
That's all right. I've got
contextually,
Yeah.
we
Which I
started-
don't have any.
We started
context
this podcast being like, let's talk about this and talk about that.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, this Israel-Hamas thing's crazy. They reckon there's tunnels and they're being dicks. And then a week later, there was a synagogue in New York that
the Brooklyn tunnels, dude.
Brooklyn tunnels where they'd all these this Jewish synagogue had a split in their congregation.
A generational split.
Yeah, where some guys were like, this guy's the fucking prophet, and everyone else was like, no. So it turns out underneath the synagogue, they'd been tunneling for God knows how long. Anyway, the cops show up and they're like, no, you have to fill this all in with cement so no one can go there. And all these Jewish people, they didn't really like what the authorities said, and they fought them.
They fought them, but it's the ultra-Orthodox Jews that are all dressed exactly
This
the
is
same.
our point. We don't care about the fucking political stance, the what's going on. It's ratchet. We just trying to be funny. Everybody dressed the same, doing the same thing is always funny. And that is what spawned Tunnel Talk. So, I think you've looked up some shit.
I've been into all kinds of stuff this
Chat
week. bro.
tunnels.
I've been gazing hard.
Tunnel gazing is when you sit next to your missus and you look it up secretly on your phone without...
You can tunnel gaze alone, bro. I tunnel gaze alone.
Tunnel
often.
curious.
Yeah. Yeah.
love
Well, you
that.
will be after this.
It's going to be so bad when you've like had too much of like clear spirits on your own and are like, yeah, so I've been checking out like Humanity's Cape. And it's like, no, they're tunnels.
Humanity's-
Don't call it that.
Oh, that was... That's harsh. That's
knew it'd get you.
that leaves a foul taste in my mouth.
So will I.
I've been thinking about, well, this tunnel thing. If you'll excuse the pun, it goes a lot deeper than I thought. There's levels to this, right? Like it's like the Dunning-Kruger effect, like you said before. Like you do when you're like, oh, you do 10 shows and like, well, I'm basically a comedian now. Like I'm kind of semi-pro, and then like 500 shows later, you're like, okay, now I'm an amateur. It's like that with us learning about tunnels. There's like the international Tunneling and Underground Space Association, also known as the ITA, and they have
Underground space.
and it is in an underground space, like a cavern.
I thought you meant like space exploration underground. I was
great.
like, shit, you can explore that pretty quick.
I mean-
not a lot of space down there.
I understand it's a confusing show
Yeah,
at
yeah.
times. So yeah, the ITA, they have annual awards with all kinds of categories like best tunnel with a budget over $500 million,
Hectic.
best tunnel restoration, and they'll give the award based on a variety of factors, like best tunnel restoration because they were able to not not impede the traffic flow, and they did like a whole 3-year tunnel restoration project, and that'll be the winner for that year. They do Young Tunneler of the Year. This is the International Tunnel Association. Not to be confused with what are they called? The World Tunneling Forum. No, it might be the consortium.
Bro, it's literally the WTF.
There's a
That's fucking crazy. Why is no one pointing that out?
it's the World Tunneling. It's the World Tunneling Congress. I'm sorry.
WTC.
Sorry. Yes, I
What
apologize.
the cunt?
It should have been.
roll
It
off
should
the
have been
same.
the forum. I will email them. But I wanted to share a couple of awards with you in 2019.
We're worried about you now.
The innovative underground space concept of the year is underground green farming. Right, so there's this. It's a prime example of new ways to use underground space. So it's hard to grow food. We talked recently about soil degradation, right? We're looking for more arable land, and as climate change ramps up, we're also looking for more like predictability. One solution is to grow shit underground through aquaponics, which is like hydroponics, but also what you do to get the nutrients in there is you have a bunch of fish, and you feed the fish, and the fish poop, and that feeds the plants. And they're trying to make like a closed system inside this tunnel complex.
Can I interrupt?
Yes.
Somebody very close to me used to suffer from a methamphetamine addiction.
Yes.
And instead of being one of those ones who goes into like sex work or crime, he built a functioning river in his shed. An ecosystem.
That's pretty cool.
It had 8 items of fish.
We just fucking reverse into the plumbing.
He had like 3 tradie friends, and he lives out on a big lifestyle block.
No shit.
Yeah.
Made a river.
Like all fish tanks, all connected. And it was like a river that had a current, and it would all reticulate and keep going. And yeah.
That's crazy.
That's what happens when like positive crackheads happen. Yeah. It's hurting me to say who the crackhead is, but I'm going to.
You don't need to do it.
He's not a crackhead now, if that helps.
That is good. They launched this initiative called Scout, and they're trying all these different underground ways of. It's a clever acronym for like active underground tunnels or whatever.
There's no such thing as a clever acronym. After he pointed out, it could have been called the WTF. So
I suppose. Yeah.
Move on.
So they're trying to make sustainable food production. You do it underground. You dig a tunnel. Suddenly you can't be affected by typhoons, hailstorms, all that kind of shit. So that's one thing that they're looking at in the tunneling space. That's from 2019. They were the innovative underground.
Fuck, wait till they
space
hear about
concept of the
roofs.
Yeah, bro.
Holy shit, dude's half a mile deep and someone else has just got a
I got a massive idea.
The glory of tunneling is if you go somewhere and try put up a roof, like that's somebody's place, right? Like all the farmland already exists. They're trying to make more farmland.
Subterranean.
Yes, awesome. Sir.
When do commercial real estate agents start monopolizing that and start charging you for like space under space?
Probably right away.
Yeah.
I imagine.
Instantly.
So one thing that they're looking at doing they're trying to make like they're looking at it holistically. So they want to put like server farms and stuff down there to raise the ambient temperature. Like I don't know, it's I think it's a super interesting use of the space.
Yeah, that's very interesting.
So there's another one. The technical innovation of the year was, you know what a TBM is? A tunnel boring machine. They make various sizes of them. Everyone knows what a TBM is. Yes. So
what was the name of the one in Auckland? They gave it a lady's name. It was.
I don't know.
They did like a Liza or Erica or something. It was
Gertrude.
like a 5.
Hilda.
While he looks that up,
Yeah, you keep chatting.
A certain person close to the podcast went on a holiday recently to Vietnam.
Yes.
And visited the
Vietnam tunnels, like the Cu Chi tunnels.
Cu Chi, Cho Chi, whatever.
Get out of here.
And he specifically took photos for me just to show how insane these things are. And as he showed me, and he was like, it's so cool, I immersed myself in the shit. He really enjoyed himself. He thought it was incredible. But he was telling me things that I knew to be a fact.
Yeah.
And
And he's like, dude, did you know this? You're like, yeah, dude.
And then he got me at the end, and he's like, the best part is these are the ones they tell you about. And I was like, holy shit.
Oh, yo.
Is it?
Well, like, in case the boys come back. Oh, shit.
And my God.
That
That got me on a level that I was like, Man, this is why this guy is my boss. Like, yeah.
That is.
She's called Alice.
Alice,
the tunnel boring
what's
machine.
The diameter there, buddy?
Diameter of Alice. It only says length. She's a 2.5 kilometer gal.
Everyone
Oh, yeah.
always says
Yeah,
length,
bro.
eh?
It's all
diameter.
about the
No one
length
says
to the
girth.
guys who have length.
Yeah.
Anyways, these TBMs, the Technical Innovation of the Year from 2020,
I'm
was
so glad that
they
another
put-
human gets to watch this.
They
That's
put
great,
a
man.
seismic prospecting system on the front of the TBM, and they use the noise of the drilling like sonar in a submarine, right? So they can tell when there's going to be a vein or a seam or like a substrate
That's
change.
insane.
It's crazy. Like, who thinks of that? That's amazing. So I spent a lot of this week. My gazing has been like the WTF.
Does the
bro.
tunnel ever look back when you gaze into the tunnel? Do you just see your reflection?
Yeah, I think in many ways you do. People find what they want to find when they start looking into tunnels.
They reckon if you had a telescope powerful enough and you had a light on the back of your head and you shone it out into the universe, you'd see a guy with a light on the back of his head if you had a powerful enough telescope.
Right, that kind of donut-shaped...
Something
diesel
like
they
that,
reckon it
yeah,
is.
which, is a similar ecosystem to tunnels. I'm trying to bring it into that. I
understand.
just
Okay.
wanted to say that fact. I feel
What's
space
really
tunnels.
the buzziest thing about tunnels that we've found is that it's like, if you're in a corner, go down. Like, there's the amount of times, like, America tries to be a dick and tunnels tell them to fuck off, like Vietnam. What was that one in Afghanistan? Oh, that's right.
The Karis. It's,
So where Bin Laden was hiding
Yeah.
in those tunnels, hills, cliffs, tunnels, that area is called the graveyard of empires because no one can take Afghanistan because of those tunnels. It's like Dune.
yeah.
I'm trying to get it. I'm at 3 in a row now. I've
all right.
somehow managed to put Dune into the podcast.
There's one... There's something that popped up. Do you remember we talked about the Silk Yarra tunnel? The Indian guys who were trapped in a collapse and they had to use rat hole mining to get in there, right? Which is like a single guy in a tube.
Tunnel
so
ratting.
we can, like, I don't know, hook them sandwiches on a fishing line or whatever. So this guy, the guy who they called in is Arnold Dix.
What the
Yes, bro.
fuck?
He's called Arnold Dix. I was gazing, like I said this week, and there was this.
Do you ever think that we
Australian guy-
died in 2020, COVID killed all of us, and everything since has just been a fucking fever dream?
Fever dream.
I 100%, I think
Bro, I
that
get
the
to
first
do a-
wave,
I get to
pre-vaccine,
do a
no
podcast
mask.
with one of my favorite musicians who is also my best friend. I live in a mansion and my missus is amazing. I'm pretty sure yeah.
This is
Cancelled yourself.
it's I mean it's not tunnels, but I am happy for you, I guess. However, I was trying to talk about tunnels. This guy Arnold Dix showed up, and at the time he was head of the ITA. He is the big dog of tunneling in the world, and that's why they called him in. And he doesn't have a Wikipedia or anything, but in the tunneling space, he's a fucking superstar, bro.
Bro, he's what you're telling me, he's pretty underground.
He absolutely. Oh Jesus, that's a mic drop, bro.
And he
this-
actually,
this-
fuck yous, he actually placed it nicely on the ground.
I mean,
Which
it
is
felt like
way better. All these cunts dropping mics. Fuck you, buy your own SM58.
SM58s. You can run over them with.
Obama
don't
used an
care.
SM58.
I don't care.
If you go on the Wikipedia for SM58, Obama's using one.
Yo, nice.
There's something
Very
you
good
know
company.
now.
If you're going to drop a mic, you better fucking buy it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't care if it's durable as shit. Those are my drops.
Hurry
up.
My point about Arnold Dix is that he popped up in another period of gazing that I was doing as this guy who was like, I studied geological engineering and then I went to this intensive tunneling course and I met Arnold Dix and I got the bug. And I'm like, that's the second fucking time this name's pulled up. So I looked a bit further into him and I watched a video of him talking about the Silk Yarra tunnels. Bro, he's there and he's talking about how it's such to him, it's a sacred space. And you can tell that it's partly the religion and it's partly the sick fucking tunneling opportunities, bro. He's like, this is the Tibetan, this is the fucking Himalayas that they're tunneling through. It doesn't get better than this. Bro, the look in the eye that some people get when they talk about tunnels, he's clearly got it. And this is
Brilliant.
a man at the top of his game. Yeah, I thought
great.
that was super interesting.
This is like the energy of guy inside a Pack and Save on a Wednesday that starts chatting to you about his favourite cereal in the aisle, and then half an hour later you know everything about every fucking tunnel in the world, and you also have a box of Hubbards in your trolley.
It is such an insanely deep subject. Again,
Bro,
I can't say
one of our most common feedbacks is, "Hey, I don't know why you guys talk about tunnels, but I'm here for it." You're the first one to have experienced this firsthand.
I love that. It's so good. You got me for 2 more minutes. Then I'm gonna.
I was about to say, I think we're closing out.
Yeah, maybe we should do it
for our guest. If
sure.
you wish, we can carry on.
I mean, I don't have any more. I mean, if there's more tunnel talk, we can always save it for next week.
Save it for next week and keep going. But I'm pretty sure that we need to stop right now so that we can discuss, I don't know, legalities.
Yeah, legalities.
That went way funnier than anybody could have ever predicted.
That's crack up.
Bye.
I don't want to hear the segments prior. I just want to hear the tunneling part. In my heart I have but one desire.